Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Miss Wood, and I will be continuing the math lesson that Miss Clark started on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, April 30th. All right. On Tuesday, Miss Clark started with a number talk about this picture, and she wanted you to write a mathematical equation that showed how you could figure out the number of sliding glass doors that are here. So, she came up with two different math problems. She took the length, which is 8, times the number of the width, which is 4. And 8 times 4 equals 32. But what happens when I turn the page this way? I have a new length. I have a new length of 4 and a new width of 8. So my new equation would be 4 times 8. And Miss Clark told us that 4 times 8, which is 32, is the same as 8 times 4. So for today, I would like you to draw a picture of another type of building you have seen that looks the same or different than this one, and write an equation to match that array. So when we finish today, that will be your first assignment. Now, the second part of what she did was she went over this chart with you. And here we are today working on the area and finding the area of real world items. So, we talked about a tropical rainforest that had the square units area of 12, a polar ice cap that had 6 square units for its area, an arid desert which had 10 square units for its area, and a temperate forest which had 16. Then we went on to find out that when it came time to fill in this chart, we had to remember to keep at least 1 square unit between exhibits, so they cannot be up touching each other. Then they had to have at least 1 square unit from the outer wall. They cannot be up against the outer wall. And we're not going to worry about the secret passageway, but remember, complete the table to show a possible length and width for each rectangular exhibit. Each length or width must be at least 2 units. It cannot be 1 unit. It has to be at least 2. Some values are entered for you. Well, she did the first one with you for the tropical rainforest. And she put in 2 for the length and 6 for the width, which equals 12. Then on the next one, they gave us the length, and we know if we take the square unit and divide it by the information that they gave us, we would find out what the width is. So if I have 6, and I divide it by 3, I get what? So if you need to quickly make 6 little X's and put them in groups of 3, tell me how many groups you have. That's right, you have 2 groups. So this blank is filled with the number 2. Then we had to do the arid desert, which had 10 square units. And they said I couldn't do 1 times 10, so my next number is 2. Can I multiply something by 2 to get 10? Well, let's try skip counting. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wow. 2 times 5 equals 10. So on the first line, I put in 2 for my length and 5 for my width. Now on my last one, it says 16. You know, I remember when we were skip counting on this one and we were counting by 4s, I remember hearing the number 16. So let's go back and see if we can skip count to find out what 4 times something equals 16. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So what is 4 multiplied by to equal 16? Well, it's multiplied by 4. So I filled in that one. 4 times 4 equals 16. Now remember, you filled in this with Miss Clark on Tuesday. To find the area of a rectangle, you can multiply its length by its width. To find the length of a rectangle, you can divide its area by its width. So let's take this information right here and we're going to plot it out under Plan 1. So, could any exhibit have more than one possible length or width? If so, give an example. And you can show, in this one, you can show if you can do it, if you can change the length and the width. How is the area of a rectangle changed if you switch the measurements for length times width? Well, we did this here. We did length of 8 and width of 4, and here we did length of 4 and width of 8, and what happened? You're absolutely correct. We got the same answer. So, all right. On our first one, and I'm going to do this lightly with pencil because if I have to go back and change it, I don't want to have a mess. So I'm going to just do it very, very lightly. Here we go. She had in there the length of 2 and the width of 6. Well, I'm going to give it one block and draw it out. All right. This is my tropical rainforest, and I'm writing really lightly, and it's 2 by 6. I did it really, really lightly. Now, my next one had a length of 3 and a width of 2. Well, let's see where I can put that. A length of 3 and a width of 2. So I'm drawing that out, and that's my polar ice cap, and that is 3 by 2. My next one is my arid desert. Okay. Let's see, that is 2 by 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my arid desert. 2 by 5. And my last one, see I drew it real lightly there. And my last one is my temperate forest, which needs 4 by 4. I don't see where I can put that. All right, well, I'm going to have to come up with, let's look back at my tropical rainforest. Can I change the 2 by 3 to make it a different number? What else are my other factors for 12? We know 2 times 6, but is there anything else? Is there anything times 3 that works? Is there anything times 4? Let's go back and skip count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12. That would work. So I have 3 times 4 equals 12. So I'm going to look on Plan 2 and try this again. So let's see. I'm going to do my polar ice cap up here, and I'm going to do 3 down and 2 across. That's polar ice cap. Then my arid desert, I'm going to do 2 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That's my arid desert. And that's what that looks like. We're looking just on Plan 2 because this one's not going to work. Now I'm going to use 4 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be my tropical rainforest. And then my last one is going to be my temperate forest. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my tropical forest. So I found out that I had to go back and change my factors for the tropical rainforest. I had to change it from 2 times 6 to 4 times 3. So we got those all in there, and does it follow the rule? Is there an inch square all the way around? Yes. And is there at least a square block in between each of the exhibits? Look at the picture. Yes. So, your assignment for today is in your plan 2, right here, I want you to change the orders of the factors and redraw it. So your first one, your tropical rainforest, would then be 3 times 4. You would have a length of 3, a width of 4. What would it be on this one? You would change the 3 to a 2 and change the 2 to a 3. And do you still get 6? You're right, you do. Then you would do the same thing for the Arid Desert. You would change the length to 5, and you would change the width to 2. And the temperate forest, you would 4 to 4. So that's not going to change the shape of that. Now, what patterns do you notice in this floor plan? Think about it and explain your reasoning so you can write a sentence about it. Then down here, complete each sentence and then explain your reasoning. The museum has a length of what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has a length of 10 units and a width of how many units? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, in here we put 10. So the area of the museum is, length goes here, which is, that's correct, the number 10. And the width of, that's right, 10 would go here. So, 10 times 10, that sounds like such a big number, but we can figure it out because we can skip count. Let's skip count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 10 times 10 equals 100. So this museum has the area of 100 square units. The 4 exhibits have a total of blank square units. Well, let's try down at the bottom, and we can find out if that adds up to 100. So, back on this page, if we added up these numbers, that will give us the total area of the exhibits. So 12 plus 6. What is 12 plus 6? Well, 6 plus 2 equals 8. Then I bring down my tens. So that's 18. Then I'll add 10 more to it. So 18 plus 10. That is 28. Then I have 28 and I add 16 more to it. So I have 28 plus 16. 8 plus 6. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I put down the 4 and carry a 1. 2 plus 1 plus 1. Well, 2 plus 1 is 3. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So here I have 44 square units. So I can come over to this page and down here put in 44 is the area of exhibits. Now we've got to figure out what all these are. And you know that it's 10 this way, 10 this way, 10 this way, and 10 this way. So we know that's 40. And then if we just count 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. There's got to be an easier way to do that. So I have 100 minus 44. Can I take 4 away from 0? Can I take 4 away from 0? No. I have to go next door and borrow a 10. Well, there's no 10s there. So where do I go? That's right, I go over to the hundreds place. And so if I take one there, that then becomes 10, and then I can cross that out, and then it becomes 9 tens, and the ones place becomes 10 tens. So 10 minus 4. Well, 10 minus 4 is 6, and 9 minus 4 is 5. Well, let's see if that's right. So I have 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. And 56 is what I got for an answer there by subtracting, and then I counted out the numbers that were left. So the area of empty space was 56 spaces, and if I add them together, I get 100. So what I want you to do, I want you on your paper, you should have this filled out, and then here I want you to change the direction, interchange your lengths and your widths. So you're going to move the 4 over to the width and the 3 over to the length, and then draw those out. And remember, you need one block in between all your exhibits, and they cannot touch the wall. And then I want you to figure out for Plan 2 what that looks like with doing the figuring. And hopefully, let's see if you come up with the same number of empty spaces. The last part of your assignment for today is I want you to design an ultimate bedroom for yourself. What would you have in it? Would you have a huge bed? Would you have lots of dressers? Think about it. What do you want in your bedroom so that you can have whatever it is you want in your bedroom? So I want you to design it and find the area of the entire space. Now that sounds like a challenge for you today, boys and girls. I hope you enjoy doing this. Don't forget to go out and find another type of building that you can write an equation to match the array, and do your Plan 2 and fill in that information. And lastly, design your own bedroom space or playground or something in the backyard that you would want. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email us, and have a great day.